Hello, hello, is this thing on? Hello, hello. You are finding joy in the simple things in life. You could be maybe reminiscing on your childhood right now. You maybe could be thinking about people, friends, the things that you've gone through in childhood, but it's a very like nostalgic feeling. It feels like you feel happy about maybe where you came from, the full it's almost like your brain is going through like the memories of your past right now. Like maybe before this next chapter, before you jump into this next period, you're kind of like reflecting on everything you've been through. You may be reconnecting with old friends. You may be just thinking about like the people that you used to keep in your life, thinking about the things that you've gone through, thinking about every single trial and tribulation that you've had to accomplish. Eight of Swords. And it's almost like you are laughing at the things that used to hold you back. You're laughing at who you used to be. You're looking at your old self and you're saying, why did I like do that? Why did I stay in that situation? Why did I keep myself held back from my true potential? Like you have a lot of good memories from your childhood. You have a lot of good memories that you are reflecting on, but it feels like you don't want to go back there. You never want to go back there. You never want to feel trapped like that again. You never want to feel like you can't be yourself. And you are now kind of like in this energy of like being so authentically yourself. And there's this freedom to you. There's this energy of doing and being whatever the hell you want to do and be. You are like jumping in head first. You're jumping over these limitations that used to hold you back. You are dodging maybe these traps that are being set for you that are like popping up from your past, and you are handling it with such like ease. It's almost like you're very well versed in this game, and you now have the map. You now have the plot of how you need to go forward and how you need to handle things going forward. You are no longer bringing your past and dragging it along with you in like an empty knapsack. Like you are fully dropping it. Yeah, you're jumping into the unknown. You're jumping into what your life can be. You're jumping into who you can be. You feel very lighthearted right now. You feel very carefree. You just want to have fun. You know that life is about having fun. And yes, it's serious and there's things that you have to worry about, but really, do you? Like, do you really? At the end of the day, like, is your 9 to 5 really that important? Like, more than your family, more than your loved ones? The worries that you have in your head, are they really that important? You don't think they are. You no longer are held down by illusions, fear, needing to fit in. Like, you just are happy being your most authentic and most honest self. Ton of goblets. You are not leaving your family behind. You are not leaving anybody behind. You are not leaving your past behind. It is very much still integrated in who you are. It is obviously what has got you here. It is what has built you into this person. You have a lot of respect from where you came from. You have a lot of grace and you have a lot of love for like the people that are in your family, your friends, everybody that you have been with along this journey, but you're not carrying it into your future and you know you can't. That doesn't mean like you're running away from your past. It does not mean that. It means that you've integrated what you've learned and it is now a part of you. It doesn't hold you back anymore. It doesn't weigh you down. You're paving this new way for yourself. You want to redefine what family is. You want to redefine what love and marriage and a divine union can be. You very much know that you can have a very safe and happy home. And you very much know that there's somebody that will want this same thing, that will want to build this with you, that will want to create this very healthy and very safe family life with you. Two of Florins or Pentacles. You're a lot more balanced in life right now. Nothing's really holding you back right now. Like it feels like your finances are starting to balance out. You're starting to maybe take off in your career. You're maybe starting to take off and kind of like really put your passion and put your authenticity into like what you're doing career-wise. And this is really balancing your life out in a way. Like you are maybe less reliant on others. You are maybe less reliant on needing to fit into like a certain situation or fit into like a certain mold that is maybe something that you've grown up in. Like you no longer fit this mold because of that. And because you are being honest with yourself and because you are embodying this authenticity, like it is really reflecting in your life. And it feels like finances especially is you're balancing out right now. You're doing very well for yourself. Three of Goblets, Page of Wands. Yeah, you're kind of like you're making new friends, you're meeting new people, you're jumping into new experiences, and you're kind of like walking ahead with kind of like this lighthearted and free energy. You feel like whatever is coming is amazing. Whatever is coming, it feels like such good energy coming into you. And it feels like you are meeting a lot of people maybe that you didn't know existed. You're meeting a lot of people that maybe you thought you would never meet in life. Like you are finally starting to like find your tribe. You are finally starting to like find your place in this world, and you are feeling happy. You are feeling confident in who you are and the direction you're going. You have this like childlike energy to you where you are excited for new experiences. You are excited to try new things. You are excited to meet new people. And it took you a lot to get here. It took you a lot to break out of your shell. It took you a lot to maybe want to meet new people, maybe because of the environment that you lived in, maybe because of the energy that you came from. You used to have this sense of like not trusting people. You used to have this sense of like not wanting to meet new people. It's almost like you hated people. You hated people because of the situations that you felt you were in that just didn't feel good. Like you were around people that just never made you feel good. And with the King of Wands and Strength, yeah, you had to find the inner courage. You had to walk this path alone. And it took a lot of strength for you to do this because maybe you had a support system. Maybe you were very involved in your family support system, your friend support system. Like you were very involved in this world that you came from, and you kind of had to have the courage to walk this path alone. And it feels like it was not easy. You have been making bold moves. Like it feels like to take this path, you had to make a very bold move. You had to bet on yourself. And maybe at first you were unsure if you did the right thing. You were unsure if you made the right choices, but now you are knowing like for sure, like I did the right thing for sure. Like I'm so proud of myself for never giving up, for having this strength, for believing that it would get better, believing that it wouldn't always be like this. You never let go of that faith. Yeah. And now you're like boldly walking into the future. You're confident now in who you are. You're confident in what you bring to the situation. And you're confident that you will never go back to the way things were. You will never go back to the way things were. You refuse. And you could be one that's like for the flair. You could be a little dramatic, maybe in the way you like explain things or the way you talk about things. Like this is just part of your personality. Like you are just like a very dramatic person. You could like movies. You could maybe be an actor or an actress. Like you really like to meet new people and see new things. You like the difference that people have. You don't like when things and environments and people are the same. Like that's boring to you. Like you like people that are different. You like people that have a voice. You like people that have a backbone. And you like people that are so authentically themselves that they're not ever like embarrassed or they're not ever like afraid to be themselves. They are very bold, and it feels like you are a very bold person as well. You confront things head on. Like you kind of are not afraid to be misinterpreted anymore. You're not afraid to be seen in a negative light. You're not afraid to be seen as somebody that's maybe selfish or conceited because you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck anymore because you feel so good. Like you feel so good in this energy. You feel so good with where you're going that people are going to see that you are not lying. People are going to see that you were always telling the truth. Maybe you always wanted the best, maybe in situations, but like you never fully had enough strength to say the truth. You never fully had enough backbone to maybe stand in your authenticity and stand in your truth. And now you're kind of just like, you don't care who accepts you and who doesn't, because you know there are people out there like you. You know there are other bold people out there like you that kind of like seize the day and refuse to let the terrible things that have happened to them keep them down and keep them in this very victim and lack mindset. It hasn't been easy for you, for sure. It hasn't been easy for you, this path. But you still remain optimistic. You still remain happy in the life that you lived. You don't regret anything that you've done. You don't regret anything that you've gone through. And that is so powerful in and of itself. That is a power in and of itself, to be able to adopt your shadows and to be able to incorporate them into who you are. Like, no, not everyone's going to like you. No, not everyone is going to understand you or want to be in your presence. But like, who gives a fuck? Fuck them. Like, they have no idea what they're missing out on. You are fun. You are a fun person to be around, and you are very lighthearted, and you make people feel good just by being in your energy. You like to help others when they're feeling low or they're feeling like life is just too hard, and you have so much exuberance and passion, maybe, with helping others feel this way, with helping others like find this power within themselves. Because life is not meant to be this hard. Life is not meant to be this difficult. It is, obviously, because it is what we are dealing with in the 3D, but like, you don't have to live in that mindset. You don't have to live in that energy. And I think what people don't realize is that like, your dream reality, your heaven on earth is a frequency. It is not a destination. It is not somewhere that you have to travel to, or like boxes that you need to check off. It is literally a mindset. It is literally a vibration, an energy that you have to rise into. And you've learned that. You're very smart, and you know that like, a lot of the things that people are suffering from is in their mind. It is their own mind playing these tricks on them. It is their own mind forcing them to be upset or be angry with the way things are in life, and be so held down by maybe their past, and so held down by the people around them. You know that it's all in your mind. You know that it's a mindset. It's a state that you have to get to, and not really like a destination. And yeah, you're going to be able to show people that just by being yourself, and just by like doing whatever you want to do in this world authentically. Like, you just by you doing like the things that you love, and you being authentically yourself, you're going to show people maybe it is a mindset. Maybe it isn't a destination. Maybe we've been doing this all wrong this entire time. Like, you are going to inspire people. Maybe take this path that you've taken. It feels like you're really setting a good example. Your divine team is proud of you, because you're being responsible, and you're setting a good example for others. And that is the easiest way for people to learn. You can't argue with others. You can't force people to see things that you see. But if you embody it, if you live it, then people won't be able to ignore it. If this message resonates with you, comment below. If you want to get a personal with me, link is in my bio.